All right, here we go. Good afternoon, MOSHAPE members. My name is Chris Stehle, and welcome to our new edition of the MOSHAPE Minute. I am super excited. We have a special guest today that wears many hats. Some of you know him as the guy that started the Stuck at Home Recess. We know him as a MOSHAPE board member and DESE's Director of Health and Physical Education. Everybody welcome Sean Nevills.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, brother? You doing all right?
I'm great. Happy Memorial Day to you and your family, sir.
Oh, thank you. You too. You too. It's a great holiday to be interviewing Sean Nevills. That's for sure.
Beautiful outside too, so let's go ahead and get this going.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, Sean, for those that don't really know you, can you give us a little bit about your background and why you do the things you do with DESE and MOSHAPE and the whole state with physical education and health?
Yeah, so first, my background. I'm from North St. Louis County, born and raised there. Spent all my time there. When I left off to college, my first year was actually at the University of Iowa. I thought I was going to be a big-time football player. Didn't work out that way, so I transferred to Missouri State University, where I wound up getting my bachelor's degree in physical education, my master's in sports management. And, you know, I kind of go back to those times when I was in St. Louis, as I was just involved in sports. I was heavy in it. Played everything, whatever the season was. If it was spring, then it was baseball. If it was fall, then it was football. If it was winter, I'm indoors with basketball. And that kind of just goes into my why. Sports made me who I am today. And obviously you can kind of see my background, got some remnants of my life back there. But it gave me all the qualities of being a human being. It gave me compassion for others. It taught me leadership. It taught me how to be led and how to be coached. It gave me everything I am today, and it makes me the person that I am.
Yeah, so before we started this interview, we kind of talked about Sean's special Jordans he's got there behind him, and we were talking about The Last Dance a little bit. So Sean and I talked a lot about them sports backgrounds and stuff. So I mentioned in the intro, you know, you are on our MOSHAPE board of directors, and you also work for DESE as the Director of Health and Physical Education. Can you kind of tell the audience what your role is in those aspects?
Yeah, so a little bit more about my background and my path to this role, since it is new. After graduating from Missouri State University, I actually spent my first 3 years teaching in Columbia, Missouri as an adaptive physical education teacher. Then I got a head coaching job in Springfield, went that way and became a PE teacher, a curriculum developer, a wellness coordinator, a diversity and equity specialist, and all that great stuff. And then I got this great opportunity to be with DESE. So I kind of took all those qualities I have of being an educator, being about the whole student, the whole child. And I knew the role was meant for me. When I saw the posting, I knew I fit that role. And it was one of those, why not? If not me, who else would take this job? And now in this role, I joke about it, but I kind of put it in two boxes. I'm an educator and a politician. So as I work with educators and I'm, creating professional development, I'm finding resources. I'm also finding relevant laws and things that really guide the work of educators and particularly physical education teachers. So just kind of molding those two backgrounds, those two things, the politician side and the educator side, and putting it together for best practices of instruction, relevant things that teachers need to be teaching students in the classroom on top of state and national standards, things like that.
Yeah, I think, we've talked a little bit at our board meetings, and one thing for the audience that don't know, and Sean's a very humble guy. Sean does a lot for physical educators all around the state. He mentions the politicking and stuff like that. And right now, Sean, we see these things going out about going back to school. Like some people are getting scared saying PE is going to get cut out, extracurriculars are going to get cut out. And for the audience that doesn't know you, I think you're one of those big advocates for us, saying, hey, hold on, this is what we need here at the state level. And Sean's a very humble guy. Like I said, he's not going to sit there and say, well, I'm the reason you have it, but Sean's a big pivotal part to that. So
it's all about what everybody does. And we've been fortunate during this time of COVID-19 that Missouri our educators jumped out the gate, and I was proud on so many occasions of the things that our Missouri health and physical educators did when it came to creating the Chalk Your Walk, and just taking that off. I mean, that basically took off our entire, summer, this whole COVID-19 thing. So our educators jumped into action, and my advocacy piece of it comes from what you all are already doing. It's there. I just get to highlight it. I use my platform to highlight the work that you're doing and to make sure it's recognized and noticed by people that matter.
Right. So one final thing I want to ask you, with that COVID-19 thing, and, you're very much a guy that says, I work for you, you guys don't work for me. I work for you. I advocate for you guys. What is some encouragement you can do or give, so to speak, to our current physical educators and health teachers around the state that may be discouraged at this time because they may be scared that their jobs are going to get cut, or they just don't really like the virtual teaching? Just some words of encouragement from you at that level.
I think the first thing for all of us to realize is none of us are alone in this. I know I'm not in the classroom anymore, but I can feel firsthand through my own children those emotions that you're going through, dealing with, your own kids at home, how you may feel for the students that you don't see anymore. So we're not in this alone. And then, we don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. So, I'm not expecting our health and physical educators to have all the answers. But what we're best at in our profession is adapting and becoming something better in times like this. And once again, I go back to what I've been seeing on social media. Man, I'm just so proud of everybody and how we jumped into action at the national level, but more importantly, the state level. So, congratulations to all the educators who got through this time. And I know we're in summer now, and, we're thinking about what's next. Just remember, we don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. So work with your teams, work with your staff, work with your fellow health and physical educators. Reach out to me, reach out to MOSHAPE, and we will do our best to support you in this time and get you ready for whatever the fall is going to look like, because nobody knows, but we're here for you.
Yeah, great response there from Sean. So Sean, we've kind of got this MOSHAPE Minute thing started for a couple weeks now. And if you don't know, I kind of have a deal where I like to not surprise, so to speak, our presenter, but I like to give them something. And, you and I have talked, and we actually share a common person in our lives, a guy that you actually played for and then coached it with, and then I coached with out of Springfield, Coach Wolf. And so I've kind of been in contact with Coach Wolf, and he shared some of these pictures.
Look at those guns, though. Hey, look at that. Woo! Those are the semi-pro years, baby. It was funny. If you look behind me, I've got my jersey from those times, and also my helmet from those times too. So, man, like I said, I had big dreams when I was done playing college ball, but being with Coach Wolf, Marcus Wolf, it kept that passion for football and sports going. It kept it going. And, we didn't make nothing being out there. We gave it our all, played hard. Once again, loving the family atmosphere of being around the team, man. And he was a part of that. And I enjoyed every minute of those times.
So if I'm not mistaken, first of all, I just saw your helmet. He mentioned your shiny visor that you always have to have. So this picture this picture right here is you on your tryout day, if I'm not mistaken. And they said this picture right here is you next to Coach Wolf when you were an assistant coach a year later. And he said, he said nothing but good things about you. And speaking of which, I want to share one more thing from Coach Wolf real quick. Let's see if this plays, and we'll share this with you real quick, Sean.
Oh, man, what you got?
From the first time we met in 2010 when you tried out for the Springfield Wolfpack professional indoor football team, to the next year when you were an assistant coach with us, to the times you called when you were a high school coach just needing some advice or an ear to listen as you worked your way in the journey through life. I've always been proud of how you go all in with everything that you do. I know you're going to do a fantastic job as the director for PE and health education for the state, and you're always going to have us and students at the forefront of everything that you do for us. Thank you.
Oh man, you got me good with that one. I'm not gonna tear up. I'm gonna look this way. All right, we're good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Of course, man. So, Sean, do you have anything else you want to share before we wrap this up?
don't be afraid to reach out. Like I said, man, we're all in this together. We're all trying to do our best for, our students, for our own families, and then for ourselves. So at any point, feel free to reach out to me at DESE, MOSHAPE. Just reach out. We want to hear your stories. That's what fuels my fire to keep going and to work hard, because I know that we all need each other. So reach out, and I'm here. This is my office now. So here I am.
Well, Sean, I appreciate you coming on. It's been great talking to you, buddy. And for the audience watching, I can attest that Sean is a very easy guy to talk to. If anyone has any questions, he hit it right on the head. You can contact us at MOSHAPE. You can contact Sean himself. And I think the greatest advice that he gave at this time is just be strong and understand that we're all in this together. And Sean, thanks again for joining us. It's a great time. Everybody stay tuned, because next week we're going to have another special guest on our MOSHAPE Minute. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but everybody have a great day. Enjoy your Memorial Day, and see you later.